Welcome back to the Den of Tools. Howdy ho, guys and gals, it's Red, your friendly neighborhood tool bear, back again here in the Den of Tools. And today we're here to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart. And it's a tool that I think every one of you who has a shop, whether it's a professional shop or a home shop, this is a tool you need to have. And honestly, most people they skip over it. They've probably seen it in stores, passed it a dozen times, and it's just never really come home or sank home about why you need this. And I'm here to explain it to you, so hopefully you pull you out of your fog and get you to realize how precious a tool this one really is. Because it's going to change the way that you work, and it's going to save everything, including your back. And that is, it's the hydraulic lifting cart. Now, hold on before you click away there and you're like, this is stupid. I have been preaching the gospel of the hydraulic lifting cart for years now on YouTube. And slowly but surely, more and more people are hearing it. And I can't tell you how often I get a post, a comment, or even an email with someone saying, Bear, I've heard you talking about this, and you said it so many times, but I finally broke down, and I finally got one, and oh my gosh, you were right. I've been so stubborn, and I can't believe I haven't listened to you before this. This is the best thing. It's changed everything in my shop. Now, what you got to understand is, a lot of people look at this and they think, well, this is just something for moving around in an office building or a factory or something like this. It's got so many uses in a shop. And let's just go over a few of them real quick. You can use it for everything from ripping down sheet stock to just using it as a kind of a tool caddy as you use stuff around the shop. Being able to vary the height of the table allows you to modify it to the kind of work that you're doing. You can actually put the workpiece on the table. Here somebody's using it as a mower lift. Now, they sell specifically mower lifts, and if you're trying to work underneath it or something, I can see why maybe you might want to go with that route. But this gets it up, and you're not bending over and breaking that back. Because let me tell you guys and gals, your body is probably the main tool that's going to wear out on you and get broken over the years. And it is not refundable. There's no lifetime warranty on it. If you hurt it, it's done. So don't kill yourself when you're young and end up paying the price when you're older, like I and many other people have. Because we didn't have people back then telling you, hey, you're going to be paying for this years from now. This is, this table, there's two types that we're going to be talking about here. This is right here. This is that's the 1,000 pound. There's also a 500 pound, which is the one that I have. And I'm going to recommend the 1,000 pound, not necessarily because you need to lift that much. I mean, you might, but not necessarily because you need it, but because that table lifts up higher. And that makes it really useful when you're trying to load stuff. Right now, I have an issue where I'm loading stuff out of the back of my truck that I'm still a good 6 to 8 inches below the bed of my truck. Whereas if I'd gotten the 1,000 pound lifting table, that I'd be right at that, as you can see here. Let me show you a few examples, though, of where I've used this cart in my channel. I think that being able to see that is worth, if a picture's worth 1,000 words, video's worth even more. So let's jump into that. Well, unloading stuff from the truck has to be one of the primary uses for a cart like this. And as I said, using it as the workstation for controlling the workpiece, allowing you to spin it around and get access to it, not only from front, back, side to side, but also from multiple levels to take it easy on your back. I've used it as a base for my table saw, and it helps me move my new table saw stand around the shop without having to install wheels on it, and it makes a great place to park it when not in use. There you go. There you can see, as I've used this as a workstation. I've used it as a stand for my table saw. I now use it as a cart to move my quote-unquote wheelless table saw stand around. It can fit right underneath, many of the tables, fits up flush, so it gets out of the way when not in use. I use it all the time. It's literally sitting 3 feet from me right now, and I use it as a side table currently for, for work projects. I can take my tools, I put them off to the side on the table over there, and that way when I'm working, I can work over here, I can reach over, grab the table, or grab the item off the table. Think of like a surgeon's cart. You always see in the movies, the surgeon has that little tray table next to him. He's got all his tools laid out. Well, that's the same thing we do, right? This can be that for you. It's one of these things that I consider to be a very flexible tool. It can be used for all sorts of things, and that makes it very useful the smaller the shop you have. And I have lots of people who say, well, I have a small shop, I don't have room for this. I'm like, it's because you have a smaller shop that you need this. Now, let's talk about price, okay? Because this is what really kind of brought this to the forefront. The 1,000-pound lifting cart currently is listed, the non-sale price is $270. And while you could use a 20% off coupon on it, they have a sale on it right now that even takes it below that to $209. Oh my gosh, I cannot tell you how useful this cart can be. One of the benefits of it also is that the handle there at the base has locking pins and it can fold out of the way. So it can all fold flat, slide underneath a larger table or something, and get completely out of your way when not in use. Now, the little brother of this, which is the one that I have, is the 500-pound capacity hydraulic table cart. Now, the drawback on this one is the table does not go as high, and the handle there does not pivot out of place. There's 2 bolts, you can unscrew those, and you can fold it down. It's kind of a pain. Some people have done mods where they make the table or make the handle folding. I don't know if that's something I would go for. For me, I just push it under one of the tables. The handle fits up flush against it. If it's in the way, I can move it somewhere else. But generally, I'm using it as a side table or as the main work table in my shop. As I said, it gets used in pretty much every single project. Now, if you decide, hey, I don't want to spend that much, I do want the 500-pound one, the good news is you can use one of these 20% off coupons. This one is number 77927781. It's good through the end of the month. And as you see, I've put it in my shopping cart here online, and it did accept the coupon. Took it down to about $144, which is, for all the usefulness you're going to get out of this, it's practically nothing. Okay, and if there is one negative I can say about these carts, it's the front wheels on the carts. The back wheels swivel and they lock. The front wheels don't do either. Now, I don't think you need locking on all 4 wheels, but it would be excellent to be able to swivel this 360 degrees instead of having to do that back and forth kind of game we play with, all sorts of carts around the shop, especially when you're using this as a workpiece. If you saw, or say a workstation, as you saw when I was working on the washing machine, I had it up on there and I had to play the back and forth game with it to seesaw it back into the place where I needed it. If I could have just spun it in place, it would have been fantastic. I do have plans to take mine, cut the front wheels off, and weld on some 360 swivel wheels. We'll get to that point eventually, but it would be great if it came from the factory like that, or if it was an option or something, or at least if they made the front wheels just, so you could unbolt them. At least on the cart that I have, the 500-pound cart, they're welded in place, so I'm going to have to cut them off, grind it down, and all that stuff. Not that it's a huge project, it's something I can easily do with my little flux core welder. But the fact of the matter is, I did want to point out that is one area where it could be a little bit better. Anyway, and I'm going to say, since it's Christmas, it's time to treat yourself to the one thing that you probably have never even considered, and that is a hydraulic lifting cart. You will find so many uses for it in your shop, I guarantee it. Thanks for everyone who joined us for Tool Talk Live. Hope you can join us next Sunday. We talk tools, tech, family, business, and so much more. That's every Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Also, I want to thank everyone who's been buying some of the Den of Tools merch. I know the sweatshirts have been selling a lot, the coffee mugs and the stickers as well. I really appreciate all your support, as well as everyone who's decided to become a member by joining the Den of Tools, becoming an official tool bearer themselves. We love having you guys on board, and your contributions to the channel do not go unnoticed. Anyway, that's all the bear has for you today. You all take care, God bless, and as always, shine on.